More allegations tonight of pay for play between the Clinton State Department and a big-time donor to the Clinton Foundation. Records obtained by Fox News show a State Department official ordered staffers and diplomats to inquire about purchasing land in Nigeria for a new consulate. Now, the developer of the land is in question, the brother and business partner of a donor who gave millions to the Clinton Foundation. That purchase, according to the State Department, never happened, but the appearance of conflict extremely hard to avoid. Joining me now, Deneen Borelli, Dave Morey is back, and Mercedes Schlapp. Mercedes, I got to tell you something. It's not even a lot of dot connecting, you know. It's one very rich person's brother almost gets a major favor, and the conflicts, this tangled web gets even more tangled.
It's an incestuous relationship between the Clinton donors, the State Department, and Bill and Hillary, and it just doesn't end. And you can look at story after story. This is about the Nigerian, Lebanese billionaires who basically, at some point, you saw this email exchange between Uma Abedin and Doug Band, who works with the Clinton Foundation, works with Bill Clinton, and and it just doesn't stop. And so I think it does create this appearance that what Bill and Hillary what they have managed to do is master the game of political power for the sake of making themselves millionaires, and been able to access all these foreign donors to give them millions, I mean millions of dollars, to then give this appearance that they're getting access into our government, into the State Department. It is frightening. It is frightening,
Deneen, and you know, more and more of this stuff is coming out.
I want to know who's watching the tarmacs, because Bill may be looking for another meeting with Loretta Lynch to clean things up here. Listen, it's really outrageous what the Clintons have been able to get away with for so many years, and this is clearly a trail of pay for play. This guy has all this money that he donated to the foundation. He's a great friend with Bill Clinton, and he was also convicted of money laundering. So very nefarious individual here that the Clintons are mixing business and the foundation with, and it's amazing how they get away with this.
Yeah, I mean, they just have a rogues gallery of people who donated to that Clinton Foundation. You know, and it's not just Fox News, of course. Their editorial in the Boston Globe stated that it was bad enough at stake if the Clinton Foundation continues to cash checks from foreign governments and other individuals seeking to integrate themselves with a President Hillary Clinton. It would be rather unacceptable. Dave Morey, a lot of pressure now to close down the Clinton Foundation if Hillary Clinton wins.
Well, Charles, I agree that the optics are complicated. I agree that the foundation has done a lot of good work over the years, but I've always thought this is one of the great vulnerabilities of the Clinton campaign. Therefore, I agree with the Boston Globe. I think they should freeze operations. There's 6 degrees of separation here. There's going to be all kinds of, remember, nothing has been proven illegal. The land deal that you referenced never went through. No one's proven that there's any
It doesn't mean that there weren't attempts to push it through, though, Dave. It doesn't mean that there weren't attempts to push it through. And we're not talking 6 degrees of separation. We're talking about quid pro quo 1 or 2 degrees.
That's why I think they should freeze operations on the foundation. It's just too complicated now with someone running for president, let alone being president, and having a foundation like this in the same way that it is now.
Mercedes, again, you know, the email thing, we did a poll. Almost 70% of people said they're tired of hearing about it. So the Teflon's kind of working, but the smell of these things, and as they continue to mount, it's tough. It really is.
Absolutely, and I think that's why you see that Hillary Clinton, it's very difficult for her to break into the 50s in terms of in the poll numbers, clearly because of the fact that people still don't like her. They don't trust her. Their unfavorables are high. The only difference is that Trump's unfavorables are higher. So what it does is that it reinforces, when you look at the Clinton Foundation, when you look at the email server, it's all these technicalities, all these complicated relationships that are happening, but it says one thing that's very clear, and that is that Hillary Clinton does not have the judgment, she does not have the temperament, and she cannot be trusted with our national security, because what she's doing is, in essence, she keeps putting herself in that gray area, Charles, that people have to question whether she's really more about her own interests instead of the interest of the American people.
Yeah, Deneen, this goes beyond the question of being careless anymore. And toward the sort of pay-for-play, quid pro quo, selling power. I mean, it's interesting when someone could become worth $100 million or $250 million, after spending an entire life as a public servant.
Sure. Well, between the Clintons are worth over $100 million, I believe. And,
right.
you know, Bill Clinton made a ton of money while Hillary was still in the State Department. So clearly,
I've seen charts where his speaking fees exponentially exploded once he got to the state, became
right.
in charge of the State Department.
Right. And we're supposed to be too stupid to know what's going on. I hope they get to the bottom of this. People do want answers. And to Mercedes' point, so many people don't trust Hillary Clinton, and it's hard to believe that she's a front runner on the Democrat side.
All right, guys, let's leave it there. Thank you very much. Coming up, Donald Trump looking for support from black voters last night, flipping the script on Democrats, calling them the bigots. We're going to see just how much traction it got him. I thought it was a great speech and maybe the start of something big. We'll be right back.